When it comes to the world of entertainment, there's a general understanding that television and cinema operate in two separate worlds. TV shows tend to tell smaller, more episodic stories, while movies, they tend to tell bigger and more bombastic tales, if you will. In 1995, however, one movie decided to buck that trend by showing that you could take a Saturday morning staple and turn it into a full-blown cinematic event if done correctly. I'm Guapo Jim, and today we're going to be breaking down Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie and why this film about 6 superpowered child soldiers is a true hidden gem. So, for those of you who don't know or are too young to remember, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or just Power Rangers going forward, is a 1995 film based off of the worldwide phenomenon Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which itself was based off of the iconic Japanese Super Sentai series. What made this movie unique, however, was that it did not actually use any of the Super Sentai footage, which the American show Power Rangers used and quite frankly abused. I'm not even gonna lie. This movie, it told its own original story, and because of that, it used its own original fight scenes, that type of thing. In watching this movie, it was actually designed to be a bridge between the second and third seasons of the TV show. But again, kind of watching this, you'll see that a lot of the plot developments between the later series of the show as well as this movie, they're very much contradicted. And if you wanted to, a lot of people, they kind of considered this movie to be its own continuity. I personally wouldn't go that far, but if you did, I wouldn't hate you for it. You know what I mean? Our story begins as the audience when we find out about this wickedly evil Badman final boss level type threat named Ivan Ooze. So basically we find out that Ivan Ooze, he was accidentally unleashed after being put on a literal federal vacation for like millennia, you know, like he's one of them supernatural type threats, just evil, you know. If you guys have watched the television show up to this point, as I mentioned, it was pretty episodic, so a lot of the episodes, they did kind of devolve into your typical monster of the week format, you know, that type of thing. This movie, it deviated from all of that by showing us that Ivan was not just your typical baddie. Like I'm telling you, like Ivan was actually, he was with the shits. Like he was actually mad cunning, he was ruthless, again, extremely powerful. And on top of all of this, he had a major hate boner for our guy Zordon. And Zordon, if you didn't know, Zordon was basically like the Rangers' mentor or benefactor. He's the one that gave them their powers to begin with. So, as I'm alluding to, because of all this hate, it is on sight for Ivan and Zordon. Mainly on Ivan's case. Like him and Zordon, they are beefing, they're warring forever. Because of this, Ivan even went out of his way to start beefing with the entire planet Earth, because he knew that Zordon was here and trying to help protect us, that type of thing. So using his powerful ooze, hence the name Ivan Ooze, my guy starts spreading destruction, corruption, all type of auction across the earth, you know, making the stakes truly high for Zordon and the rest of the youth them. So upon confronting Ivan, again, as I told you, my guy is supremely powerful. He dummies the Rangers, you know, like just know nothing. He dummies them. And to make matters worse, he even thieves off their powers. So now these guys are just human, whatever. And then from there, he even finds Zordon. As I told you, it's on site between Zordon and Ivan almost sent Zordon on a trip to see Jesus. I'm telling you, this guy went in, you know? So because of this now, the team, they realize like, yo, like we're deep in the shit. And for them to really solve this and to beat Ivan the way that they want to, they've got to travel way past their hometown of Angel Grove. Their journey, it takes them across galaxies to a mysterious planet brimming with all type of danger and wonder. And you know, these youths, they're curious and shit like that. You know what I mean? Basically, upon reaching there, they realize that they must unlock new powers that are based on different types of spirit animals, as well as just their own moral compass and inner strength. I'm telling you, this might sound woo-woo to you, but trust me, these niggas, they went in. Like, they went in. These niggas, they went in. Along the way, though, they also did have to learn moral lessons, like discovering that being a ranger isn't just about like morphers and zords and kung fu and, you know, fighting niggas, that type of shit. But it's really about courage and unity and just knowing, just being a real one at all costs, never backing down and just always fighting for what you believe in. It's some real serious shit, I'm telling you, but that's Power Rangers for you. Film, it really did deliver on every promise that fans of the series came into this movie expecting. I'm talking about over-the-top martial arts sequences. You had the giant Zord battles, even the campy villain banter, like all that shit, you know? But because this was a movie, it was all cranked up to 11. So I mean, because of the slicker suits, you had bigger explosions and just, there was a certain cinematic flair to this film that turned these Saturday morning heroes into silver screen legends. When you take away all the explosions and shit, you really kind of find out that this movie, it's just a real story about testing yourself under impossible odds, how real friendship is formed under, I wasn't gonna say competition, but it's forged in battle, it's forged through combat and, you know, fighting together with your friends, that type of shit. And it's just about learning that your true, real power as a person, as cliche as it sounds, it comes from within. Hey, what's Guan and Slime? If you're watching this right now, I'm going to assume that you're probably a fan of more unorthodox sci-fi films. If that's the case, Hollow Man would be your shit. I actually made a video breakdown about that film and I've left the link in the description down below. Do yourself and your boy a big favor, check that out. You will not be disappointed. I also do want to add, this is a pretty small channel. So if you want to help support Guapo Gym Ministries, I'd actually like for you to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that YouTube algorithm shit. It really does mean a lot and it helps us keep the lights on in this place. With that out of the way, let's get back to some Power Rangers, all right? From a production standpoint, this movie, it really did try to go out of its way to tie into the show. By that, I mean they used a lot of the same cast from the TV show, the same villains, even a lot of the same locations. Because of the fact that none of these people in the show, and I guess you could say movie, were stars, quote unquote, it was filmed relatively cheap for only about $15 million. Considering how popular the TV show was, it came as no surprise that while in box office, this movie, it killed it, you know? Like it made almost $67 million during its box office run. Critical reception of this movie was pretty mixed. As fans of the show, rightfully so, they're gonna love this movie, while critics of the movie, they found it to be loud, over the top, kind of corny, you know, campy, shit like that. Long story short, the critics of this film, if you're asking me, they were some hating ass niggas. And if you weren't a serious fan of the franchise to begin with, you probably weren't gonna love this movie. Even with all of that critical discourse, this movie, as I said, it made a good amount of money and they even launched a couple sequels. They had the Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. That movie came out 2 years after this. And then in the 2010s, they tried to reboot the entire franchise by giving us Power Rangers, the 2017 film. Comment down below if you guys want me to talk about that one, because trust me when I tell you, I've got some thoughts on that film. Like, I have got some thoughts on that film. If you ever do want to see what I'm talking about and see what this movie was about, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, you can find it streaming today on Disney+. All in all, to say that I love this film, it truly would be an understatement. Story time for a second, because I kind of need to set this up and I need to give you guys context on what I'm about to say. So, growing up, I was your typical little boy. You know, growing up in the 90s, your typical little boy. I loved action, superheroes, kung fu, monsters, all that type of shit, you know? With that said, my favorite TV show at the time, it contained all of those things that I just described. That TV show, of course, being Sailor Moon. Like, yo, when I tell you guys that I love Sailor Moon, like, holy shit, bro. Like, I love Sailor Moon. Like, fighting evil. Yo, holy shit. I love me some Sailor Moon. We'll leave it at that, you know? Sailor Jupiter was bae. That's a story for another day. I actually love Sailor Moon so much that my father, at the time, of course, thought that I might turn a little flexible, because he's like, man, you're a little boy, why are you watching this show about all these girls fighting? And I'm just like, Dad, like, I love Sailor Moon. I can't help it. I just love this show. It you know, it's just giving. I love it. Long story short, when Power Rangers came out, my father did what any male, you know, what any masculine male, their firstborn son in that time period, he did what that type of man would have done. And that was, he steered me towards Power Rangers and away from Sailor Moon. I'm not gonna lie, that steering worked like a motherfucker, because I love Power Rangers. Like, I love Power Rangers. Like, even to this day, I kid you not, God came down to earth right now and he said, yo, Guapo Jim, I will make you a Power Ranger. I'd say, yes, bro, yes, I'm doing it, yes. Don't make me pink or yellow, because I don't get down like that, but I'm doing it, yes, yes, you know? Watching this film, even as a kid, I don't know why, but it's like, I could just tell that the production value of it was just different, you know? It was just different. I could see that the suits, they looked shinier, like, they looked cooler. The fight scenes, they looked bigger, like, the niggas were flipping way higher, like, it looked different, you know? But even more than that, the threat seemed serious. Like, don't get me wrong, we still had Rita Repulsa, we had Lord Zed, but Ivan Ooze, like, you felt him, like, he felt serious, you know? Like, I remember being a kid and genuinely concerned about Zordon after he got beat up. And like, after the Rangers, they got their powers teeth, I was like, fuck, like, what are these guys gonna do? Like, how are they gonna beat Ivan Ooze, you know? And when they got their powers back, but with the ninja style and the different animals and the fighting and the, yo, I was done. You could ask my family to this day, I was done. Even as an adult, rewatching it, it's like, there's certain things that make you nostalgic again. And this made me a little kid again, you know? Like, I became that little kid watching this film for the first time. Like, I was just like, man, like, I love this, you know? Was this movie perfect? It's like, hell no, no movie's perfect, you know? Watching this now, I can definitely understand why the critics hated it, for sure. Like, I could see why the hating ass niggas were hating, rightfully so. But if you were a fan of the franchise, or you just happened to be a little boy at one point who loved super bright colored suits and people fighting, this was and very much still is that movie for you. Anyway, you guys know me, I'm all about that next shit, and I just wanted to let you guys know why I thought that Power Rangers wasn't just some Hollywood tie-in about a team of racially diverse teenagers with attitude, but it was actually a true hit. Thank you if you've made it this far. If you're a fan of this type of content, I'll need you to like, subscribe, and comment down below on which other shows or movies were true hidden gems. Until the next time that we meet, stay safe. Later days.